What is artificial intelligence? Using artificial intelligence, machines can model or even improve the abilities of the human mind, from the development of self-driving cars to the proliferation of smart assistants like Siri and Alexa. It is becoming an increasing part of everyday life. In particular, advancements in deep learning and machine learning are creating a paradigm shift in every aspect of the tech industry. In computer science, it is concerned with building intelligent machines capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. The next frontiers, we should try to balance fears about the downsides of artificial intelligence with its ability to improve people's lives. Both approaches are going to face huge competition. We should first try to balance fears about the downsides of AI, which are understandable and valid, with its ability to improve people's lives. We must both guard against risks and spread the benefits to as many people as possible to make the most of this remarkable new technology. What limits it has today will be gone before we know it. People can improve their lives with this new technology. It's interesting to think about whether artificial intelligence will ever recognize inequity and try to reduce it. What should we do about inequality? If it is recognized, everyone can enjoy those benefits no matter where they live or how much money they have, if the world sets the rules. How does AI work? As a general rule, AI systems work by ingesting large amounts of data and analyzing the data for correlations and patterns, and using these patterns to make predictions. Generative artificial intelligence techniques can create realistic text, images, music, and other media. Those rules, called algorithms, provide computing devices with step-by-step instructions for how to complete a specific task. A governance and regulation. Where laws exist, they typically apply indirectly to them. But the creation of laws to regulate it will not be easy, in part because it consists of a variety of technologies that companies use for different purposes, and partly because the laws can come at the cost of its progress. The rapid evolution of artificial intelligence technologies is one of the obstacles to forming meaningful regulations of the technology. Advances in technology such as cars and the internet can render existing laws obsolete, and the laws the governments manage to craft to regulate it don't stop criminals from using the technology maliciously. The laws that governments manage to craft don't stop criminals from using the technology with malicious intent, says the author. Technological unemployment. A survey of economists showed no agreement about whether the increasing use of robots and AI will cause a substantial increase in long-term unemployment in the future. However, they generally agree that if productivity gains are redistributed, it could be a net benefit. Jobs at extreme risk range from paralegals to fast food cooks, while job demand is likely to increase for care-related professions ranging from personal health care to clergy members. Many middle-class jobs may be eliminated by artificial intelligence versus previous waves of automation. The Economist states that the fear that it could do to white-collar jobs what steam power did to blue-collar jobs during the Industrial Revolution is worth taking seriously. In the past, technology has tended to increase rather than decrease total employment, but economists acknowledge that we are in an uncharted territory with technology. What are examples of AI technology, and how is it used today? 3 types of machine learning algorithms exist. Supervised learning. This technology gives a machine the ability to view. It can be thought of as the automation of the predictive analytics process. This technology can be used for identification of patterns in existing data sets and for new dataset identification. It is also used to identify similarities and differences in datasets, for example. This information can then be used to identify similarities or differences in the dataset and to label the data. Machine vision is not bound by biology and can be programmed to see through walls, which is something that human vision cannot do. It is used in a range of applications, from the identification of signatures to medical imaging. Natural language processing, or NLP, is the processing of human language by a computer. Tasks include speech recognition and sentiment analysis and text translation. This discipline focuses on the design and production of robots. The robots are used, for example, in car production lines or by NASA to move large objects in space. It is often conflated with machine vision, but it is not bound by biological principles. Machine learning techniques are broadly applied across businesses. Deep learning. As an example, in image processing, lower layers may identify edges while higher layers may identify concepts relevant to humans, such as digits or letters or faces. Deep learning has improved the performance of artificial intelligence programs in many areas. Deep learning usually uses convolutional neural networks for many or all of its layers. In a convolutional layer, each neuron receives input only from a restricted area of the previous layer called the receptive field of the neuron. This can reduce the number of connections between the cells and create a hierarchy similar to that in the animal visual cortex. However, long-term gradients, which are backpropagated, can disappear when deep learning is trained by gradient descent. Machine learning. Using statistical techniques, a machine learning algorithm learns how to get better at a task as it is fed data. Machine learning algorithms use historical data as input to predict new output values, for example. This consists of supervised learning where the expected output for input is known thanks to labeled datasets, and unsupervised learning when the expected outputs are unknown due to the use of unlabeled data. Self-awareness. Once the theory of mind can be established well into the future of the AI, the final step will be for it to become self-aware. This kind of artificial intelligence has human-level consciousness and is able to understand the emotional state of others. It would be able to comprehend what others need based on how they communicate it. Self-awareness in AI depends on both human researchers understanding the premise of consciousness and then learning how to replicate this so it can be built into machines. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe, like, and share.